All right, here we go. Two burly boys played Pokemon in their youth. One had to grow up, the other stayed true. Now the large grown-up child can name all of them, but the other guy probably 510. Now what can they do? Why don't they review? Now I'll talk about them till we die.
Die?
Welcome, everybody. I'm Joachim.
And I'm Frank.
And this is your
Certified Poke-Moment,
where we feature and talk about one Pokemon evolution line every week.
And today's featured Pokemon is
Morello.
I'll bet you $1 million Joachim's never seen this Pokemon before in his life.
I forgot it exists. It turns into like one of the, that, I don't know how to describe it, big mushroom hat, little body, one of the few spore users.
Yes, it is one of the few spore users. And honestly, I remember seeing Morello for the very first time, and I remember thinking, it's kind of cute, but what does it turn into? Good Lord, is it ugly?
You don't like, what is that thing?
Shiinotic. I do not like Shiinotic.
With two eyes, right?
I believe so, yeah.
Oh, it's like Shiitake.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes so much sense.
But maybe I'll come to like it by the end of this episode. We'll see.
I think I will. I already like it. I like mushroom Pokemon.
That's so funny. I think it's the first time Joachim's liked a Pokemon and I haven't. We've talked.
I like the idea of it. I barely know this Pokemon exists.
Well, let's see if we can learn a little bit more information. So, Morello is a grass fairy type.
Morello. Like it's a morel mushroom? Morello.
I've actually never heard it pronounced. I was assuming.
It's a morel mushroom.
We can always look it up for pronunciation's sake.
I guarantee you it's going to be morel.
It is known as the illuminating Pokemon, and its cry sounds like this. So, first of all,
I really like that. I like a nice, complicated,
that is fantastic,
sparkly,
that's beautiful
Pokemon cry. It's so much better than early generation.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh my gosh!
But also during our little break, we did look up the pronunciation, and it's kind of up in the air.
So there's two videos where people are describing it as Morello.
Yeah.
I think they probably say morel mushrooms.
Yeah.
But like it's a morel mushroom, and this is a morello.
So it's probably Morello.
Morello.
But I've always pronounced it Morello just because I didn't know. I'm not familiar with a lot of mushroom names. It's probably going to be hard for me to keep calling it Morello, but I'm going to try.
Just think about the guy from Hunter x Hunter, the guy with the smoky, the pipe. Don't be mean.
I'm not going to be mean.
The guy from the pipe, he's like, his name is Morel.
Okay, so first of all, for those who don't know, I think Hunter x Hunter is an extremely overrated anime. I don't think it's very good.
I really like Hunter x Hunter.
But I will say, that character with the pipe, sick. I absolutely loved him.
So just think of him.
Okay.
His big, funny nose.
He's such a good guy.
He's such a cool character.
Such a cool guy.
I love an anime character whose face isn't like it's like a grizzled, cool.
Yep.
So yeah,
he doesn't just look like big-eyed and smooth-skinned. All right, but back to the Pokemon. Morello evolves at level 24 into Shiinotic. It is still Grass Psychic, and it is still known as the Illuminating Pokemon. And its cry sounds like this.
Ooh, sparkly.
It's so good.
Like that. I like that so much.
That's really, really good. I like that a lot, actually.
Do you consider these Pokemon Dex filler, or am I going to figure that out later when you tell me its stats and move pool?
I don't know, to be honest. Shiinotic, I'm pretty sure you could find it in these, like, winding woods, these like, I'm thinking of Gen 8 in their like winding mystical magic woods. This was a Gen 7 Pokemon.
Is Shiinotic in those woods?
Wait, am I crazy?
I've never played Gen 8, but there's like glowing mushroom woods.
Yeah, there are glowing mushroom woods.
Is there Shiinotic there? Because that would be like really fitting.
I'm like next to positive you can find them there. Let's see. Yep, Glimwood Tangle is what I'm thinking of. Yeah.
Is that where the giant grass mantis thing? Lurantis. I was going to say fungi.
I don't know if you can find Lurantis in Glimwood Tangle.
Because I could have sworn there was a giant Lurantis in one of those woods. Like that was a
it was a boss fight, but that's not. Okay, now I think My bad. I think we confused Gen 8 and Gen 7. I went to Gen 8. Glimwood Tangle is in Gen 8.
Is Shiinotic in a Gen 8 Pokemon?
Shiinotic is a Gen 7
Yeah, that's
Pokemon.
what I thought.
I'm thinking of Lush Jungle.
Lush
You can
Jungle.
find Shiinotic, among other places, in Lush Jungle. So it's not super mushroomy and everything, but...
Super mushroomy. I'm going to look up Lush Jungle. I need to confirm.
You need to confirm if
confirming.
it's... I'm pretty sure Lush Jungle is where you fight the Lurantis.
Oh, okay, yeah. That's just
I
where
think so.
I literally, I beat the Lurantis, and then I gave up on the game.
Really?
I was bored.
That's where you stopped?
Yeah. And then I didn't pick up another Pokemon. Yeah, then I didn't pick up another Pokemon game until
Scarlet
and Violet.
So you just skipped Sword and Shield.
Yep. I mean, it's still a while. It's like 2016-ish to 2020 something. Wow, that is a while.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I got bored. I was like,
Joachim has the attention span of a gnat.
no, Frank is a 10-year-old child who can continuously find joy in boring games like Sun and Moon.
Look, Sun and Moon wasn't a great game.
Too many cutscenes.
Yeah, no, I agree.
I would have
That's what I'm
rather
saying.
replayed,
There's
like,
too many
Emerald or something.
cutscenes.
That's,
Oh, it's a better experience than Emerald. I'm sorry. It's a better experience. Even if it's not a better game, I would play Sun and Moon over Emerald because of all the quality of life enhancements.
I guess. It's just... I don't know. Maybe this is the Gen 1er in me that's Gen 3 in.
This is like the second episode in a row that you've mentioned there was a Gen 1er inside of you.
Yeah. And it's gay.
Yep, there it is.
No, it's a Gen 1er, but for like Gen 3, 4.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't feel that. I have my favorite generations, and of course they're the generations that I grew up with, but...
I don't know. I like Gen 6. I don't like Gen 6 all that much. I like Gen 6 way more than Sun and Moon, I think.
Yeah, no, me too.
Megas were just cooler. I was more interested in the world. I was kind of bored by these stupid little islands. I like Mudsdale.
Listen. Yes, it's Mudsdale. You're thinking the big horse, right?
The big one, yeah.
Don't get me wrong. Sun and Moon are next to, like, Red and Blue, or I don't know. It's hard for me to say that 'cause I never played Red and Blue. Alola is next to Kanto as, like, my least favorite games, you know? I don't really care to go through those regions. I do find them kind of boring, but there was still a lot to love in them. I mean, the plot, when it wasn't, like, constantly taking you away from the actual main story, was interesting. It was unique. I liked the Ultra Beasts. They were an interesting side story.
I didn't think any of that was that interesting. That's not a lack of attention span. I think that just wasn't interesting.
I mean, I think it's subjective because I think it is interesting. It just didn't grab you, which is interesting to me because Ultra Beast in a vacuum and everything that Sun and Moon introduced to us, again, in a vacuum, should be far more interesting than what happens in the first 4 generations. Because not a lot happens.
But the Ultra Beasts are just not that interesting. They don't feel that special. Like, I feel like it's so difficult to get a unique... like, I think of Ultra Beasts like a legendary Pokemon, right? And I think there's too many of them, and I think they dilute the cool pool. I think with Emerald, it's pretty much you get Kyogre. I think you get Kyogre and Groudon, and then you get Rayquaza, and like you can go to an event for. Oh yeah, it feels a little more special to get everything. I feel like Sun and Moon was just sort of it threw a lot and kind of gave people a lot. I just didn't care.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. And the Pokemon, I think the designs weren't really grabbing me. I knew like the Pokemon that were coming up, and there was none of them other than like Mudsdale, who I thought was really cool because he's a giant, just a big horse, a little just a horse.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
But also, he had I don't know, for some
reason
his
energy.
Cool factor.
He's got an aura.
Was there? And it just nothing else was doing that.
Yeah. Again, I'm just trying to. I don't know, argue for the sake of these games because I don't think they're boring, but I do just want to keep stating they are not my favorites by far. And a lot of your opinions I do understand, but I just don't think it's fair to call the games boring.
I mean, but again, it's subjective.
Yes,
I think
it is.
Boring.
It is.
I think Scarlet and Violet was way better.
Agreed. I also think
that
Scarlet
might be
and Violet was better.
I didn't like its story, Scarlet and Violet story, because again, it's a kid's game. I'm not there for the story. I'm there for the stupid Pokemon. But like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Let's move past this. Let's talk about the mushroom.
Hey, listen, that was a good, thoughtful discussion, Joachim. We are big brained on this podcast.
We work out at the library.
All right, let's do Pokedex entries. I'll do Morlul and you'll do Shiinotic?
Yep.
Alrighty, here we go. Morlul.
Morello.
Sorry, Morlul.
I'm going to be very annoying about this.
Yep, from Pokemon Sun. It scatters spores that flicker and glow. Anyone seeing these lights falls into a deep slumber. So it's just using spore. Moon. As it drowses the day away, it nourishes itself by sucking from tree roots. Nope. It wakens at the fall of night, wandering off in search of a new tree. Aw. Ultra Sun. It scatters its shining spores around itself. Even though they're dangerous, nighttime tours of forests where Morello live are popular. I understand that completely. Yeah. A nighttime tour where you can just see, like, I'm thinking of Gen 8 Glimwood Tangle again, but all these glowing mushrooms and these cute little mushroom Pokemon walking around. Awesome. And finally, Ultra Moon. It likes damp, dark places. When night falls, the spores filling the caps on its mushrooms glow. Very cute.
So it's the spores that glow.
Yeah, that's very cute. I got it. No, it's already on there. Yep.
I did it twice.
You did.
I clicked on the link he clicked on already. This is for Shiinotic. Sun. Forests. I'm sorry, it's hard to talk with my Invisalign in. Forests. That's such a hard sound. Forests where Shiinotic live are treacherous to enter at night. People confused by its strange lights can never find their way home again. Okay, that's dramatic.
Oh, yeah, spooky.
Moon. It emits flickering spores that cause drowsiness. When its prey succumbs to sleep, this Pokemon feeds on them by sucking in their energy. Okay, it's predatory.
It's good at sucking, huh?
Well,
that'll be useful later.
Frig, you dog. You dog. Looking at its body, I'm like, okay, barely.
It's pretty
humanoid.
dumpy.
But then again, it's not.
It is humanoid.
It's not an animal.
It's not an animal.
There's no
That's
laws.
Very important.
There's no laws against the mushrooms, Batman. Ultra Sun. It puts its prey to sleep and siphons off their vitality through the tip of its arms. If one of its kind is weakened, it helps by sending its vitality. That's so cool.
It's
like
really
the
cool.
mycelium networks in real life.
Yeah, that's sick.
Ultra Moon. When it starts fighting for territory with Parasect, that's
wow,
cool.
My boy!
The entire area gets completely coated in spores. Ew.
That's awesome. I didn't even know I mentioned Parasect. I love that. Dude, Parasect is my guy, man. He's my favorite mushroom Pokemon. Well, Breloom's pretty high up there, too, actually.
Oh, Parasect, is a mushroom Pokemon.
Yeah.
He's got Spore?
Yeah.
That makes sense.
He's one of, like, the 5 Spore users.
Shiinotic, Parasect, Breloom, Amoonguss,
and
Toadscruel.
Yeah. Yeah, Toadscruel, yep.
Oh, and Brute Bonnet?
Brute Bonnet probably gets it, right? Now I gotta know. Let me just do a quick little search here. Yeah. Yes. Brute Bonnet does indeed get it.
Who else gets it?
Just the ones we mentioned, actually. We got it all right. Parasect isn't in Scarlet and Violet, so it doesn't show here.
Okay.
But, yes.
Parasect's not in Scarlet and Violet?
No, which is sad.
You think they'd want to glaze the Gen 1 and put them there?
Yeah, for real. Put all the... Listen, I don't want all the Gen 1 Pokemons in every game. But make sure Parasect is always there, please.
It feels like if you're going to put every Pokemon from a generation in a game, why not make it Gen 1?
Joachim, you're letting the Gen 1 overtake you. No, it shouldn't be Gen 1. It shouldn't be.
But it seems like one of those things where Gen 1's in everything and then Gen 2 gets forgotten.
Okay, then put Gen 2 in everything. What is wrong with you?
It's just like triggering
You're becoming a Gen 1er.
No.
You're disgusting.
I'm a Gen 3er.
Ugh, almost. It's basically just as bad. All right, let's talk abilities here. There are 3 different abilities that these Pokemon get. They are the same upon evolution. So, first of all, there's an obvious one. Illuminate. It raises the likelihood of meeting wild Pokemon by illuminating the surroundings.
Boo.
Yep, big boo. All right, let's see. There might be a more in-depth effect here. By illuminating its surroundings, the Pokemon prevents its accuracy from being lowered. So it also does that in battle.
Okay.
And for those of you who want a bit more information, if the Pokemon is in the lead spot, chance of encountering a wild Pokemon increases to 200%.
Oh, so it's it's like the inverse. Because the first one, did it decrease your chance of seeing Pokemon? What was the first?
No,
ability?
it raises the likelihood of
Wait, the
meeting
first
wild
ability.
Pokemon. Yeah, Illuminate.
Oh,
Illuminate has the out of battle and in battle.
Oh, I thought you were explaining a secondary ability.
No.
I still think it's a brrr.
This is kind of weird. So obviously, I just said it rate increases to 200%.
This is still for Illuminate.
Okay. And then in Pokemon Sword and Shield, this only works on random encounters since half the encounters are in the overworld. This doesn't work in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet.
Oh, okay.
So Shiinotic, Illuminate in Scarlet and Violet, Illuminate's only in battle effect is preventing accuracy from being lowered.
Wow.
How about that?
Mudshot users are going to be quaking.
They are quivering, my boy.
All those poor Mudkip goes to Swamp. Mudkip, blank, and then Swampert. I have almost got this. Mudkip. Okay, I forgot.
What are you trying
What's
to
in
do?
between Mudkip and Swampert?
Marshtomp.
Marshtomp, of course.
Gen 3 is your favorite
Yeah, I know,
generation.
I
How
just
did you
forgot.
forget that?
Trico, Grovyle.
Oh, come on. Oh, come on.
I'm under pressure.
Under pressure.
Whatever. Let's go.
You can't remember
Shut
it.
up.
You
Shut
can't
up.
remember.
Sceptile.
There you go.
And then Torchic.
Yep.
Combuskin.
Yeah.
And then
Come on.
Latios.
Yeah, gosh.
That's a no Latios because that's a reference.
Oh, the reference to the
That's not
beta,
that's not a
Gen
cool
3.
reference.
Yeah, no, it's kind of cool. The beta leaks.
Beta Latios and Combuskin were the same, or
Blaziken.
Blaziken were the same Pokemon, and then they split them into two different Pokemon.
Ain't that something?
Yeah.
All right, more abilities. Obviously, another one common and popular with mushroom Pokemon is Effect Spore. The opponent has a 10% chance of being induced with paralyze, poison, or sleep when using an attack that requires physical contact against this Pokemon.
Hell yeah.
I thought it was higher than 10%, though. That's a little unfortunate.
But knowing Pokemon, that's like 50%.
Oh my gosh, it really is all the mushroom Pokemon, and then just Vileplume and Eldegoss for some reason.
I mean, what? Did you guys hear the creak? The chair is so creaky.
I heard the creak.
Well, what is the name of the ability again?
Effect Spore?
Spore.
So it has to do with spores.
I guess. I mean, cotton balls, kind of like, or whatever the seeds of. What is Eldegoss supposed to be?
I think
Eldegoss
it's
is like
some sort
linen or
of
something?
cotton ball.
It's like a cotton
It's
ball.
like cotton bloom Pokemon.
Okay, yeah. So it's like
I guess it makes sense.
a spore. It's kind of a stretch to say a spore is like a cotton.
Yeah.
Tuft.
We'll just go with it. And then its hidden ability is Rain Dish. If heavy rain weather is in effect, recovers 1/16 max hit points at the end of every turn. So it heals you slightly at the end of every turn if it's raining.
The other one was way better.
Effect Spore is
Effect Spore
definitely
is
the
great.
way to go.
I like that.
Yeah.
If you can absorb a physical attack.
That's true. Speaking of which, we
Was
can talk
that the
about
last
stats.
ability?
Yep.
Yeah, what are its stats? I need to know.
All right, let's see. Let's talk Shiinotic stats. All right, base stat total 405.
Crap.
Pretty low. HP 60.
Ooh.
Physical attack 45.
All right, you don't need it.
Don't need it.
Don't need it.
Defense 80.
Okay.
So not the best, but it's fine. Special attack 90.
Okay.
So it's fine.
Middling.
It's middling.
Just barely middling.
Yeah. Special defense though is 100. But that's not really gonna affect Effect Spore.
Oh, good point. That sucks.
And then speed.
Well, it's a mushroom Pokemon, so
30.
yeah, that's
Very, very slow.
Ooh.
But on the bright side,
Hey.
I feel
Shiinotic's bright.
that is true. That was a pun. I do feel like most Spore users are slow, which means on a Trick Room team that you will likely go first, making your Spore pretty overpowered. Just saying. But what other moves can Shiinotic learn other than Spore? Let's find out. It gets Confuse Ray, Ingrain, Giga Drain, Strength Sap. Wow, a lot of moves that just pull nutrients from other sources.
That makes sense.
Dazzling Gleam, Moonblast, and then finally Dream Eater.
Is it a solo grass?
It's Grass Fairy.
Grass Fairy.
So
Okay, cool,
Moonblast,
So, yeah,
Dazzling Gleam.
Okay, cool. That's what I was thinking. If
Oh,
it gets
yeah.
Stab with Fairy. I like that.
And I like the fact that it does learn Dream Eater by level up, because the combo of Spore and Dream Eater would be really nice, actually. Because they get a guaranteed turn of sleep, so might as well use that to your
What type is
benefit.
Dream Eater?
Psychic.
So
it's some coverage. Decent coverage.
What does Dream Eater do?
So it is a special psychic type attack that does 100 damage with 100 accuracy. The user eats the dreams of a sleeping target. The user's HP is restored by half the damage taken by the target.
That's great. I like
so we're not really too freaking, what am I talking about? Strategies yet. But I'll just say this now. I think the perfect moveset is already in its level up moveset. Moonblast, Giga Drain, Spore, and Dream Eater.
Yeah.
That's great. You get 2 powerful stab moves. 2 of your moves are going to restore health, and one of them can put your opponent to sleep. That's great.
If you survive an attack, you'll
Yes.
recover some.
That's the thing.
And then if you can get them asleep, then you can eat their dream.
Yep.
And then hopefully, maybe you'll be fully restored. And then that Pokemon will still be asleep, and then you use it again.
Exactly.
And if you're not
Just
fully
keep
restored,
going.
and then the next one comes out.
You just got to get lucky.
Yeah.
And even if you don't get lucky with 2 Dream Eaters in a row, you can just use Dream Eater on the first confirmed turn of sleep, then just Giga Drain from that on out, you know?
This is fun. That makes me want to make a Trick Room team.
Yeah, heck yeah. And just in case you don't care about having like double stab and you only want this Pokemon to do one job, so maybe you don't have to learn Moonblast or even Dream Eater or something, Strength Sap is still a really good move and is used in competitive a lot. The user, well, maybe not a lot. It's definitely used a little bit at least. It is a non-damaging grass-type attack with 100 accuracy. The user restores its HP by the same amount as the target's attack stat. It also lowers the target's attack stat. So you get HP back instead by not doing damage, but by lowering your target's physical attack.
I like that.
That is very, very good. Like
and the defense is low on the Shiinotic, so that would help.
It would help a lot. You're right. Oh my gosh. I can just imagine like a double battle situation. You have a Pokemon come out, it's got Intimidate maybe. I don't know if Intimidate users can also get Trick Room. I don't know what the overlap on that is, but let's just dream here for a second. You have your Shiinotic, you have your Intimidate Mon. Its Intimidate goes off immediately. It uses Trick Room. The world gets wonky or whatever. Now your Shiinotic can outspeed everything, Spore, and then just start strength sapping, so now your opponent does such little damage.
I'm trying to look up if there's an Intimidate Pokemon that can also learn Trick Room.
That just looks like a good Intimidate Trick Room team.
Yeah.
I don't know how hold on, you know what? Let me do this. Intimidate. What I'm doing, ladies and gentlemen, I'm looking up every Pokemon that can get Intimidate, and then I'm gonna... Oh my gosh, there's a lot of Intimidate users.
I feel like it is one of those things where I'll get a random Pokemon, I'm like, what's your ability? Oh, it's Intimidate.
Yeah, Intimidate's great, though.
It is.
Joachim, stop me if you get bored. Arbok, Arcanine, Tauros, Gyarados, Granbull, Stantler.
What's your goal here?
All the Intimidate Pokemon.
And then what you want to find if any of those can also learn Trick Room?
Yes. Looking at its Stantler and subsequently Weirdeer, probably can learn Trick Room.
Well, because
I'm guessing. I could be wrong.
An official evolution, like Stantler just has an evolution now, or is it like a Hisuian thing?
So... Yes and no. You can get it in Scarlet and Violet, but you have to transfer it in. I don't think they gave it the ability to evolve in Scarlet and Violet, but we're hoping that'll be fixed in Generation 10, and you can just straight up evolve it. No, I might have been... Oh, there it is! Trick Room! Okay.
Weirdeer.
Weirdeer.
Is Weirdeer good? Just off the top of your head? This isn't the Weirdeer episode?
I liked using it.
What type is it?
It's normal psychic.
Okay,
Wait,
cool.
Is it normal psychic? Yeah, normal psychic. It got psychic upon the psychic typing upon evolution. So same type as Girafarig and Farigiraf. Great typing. I love that type actually. Cursory look at its stats. It's not bad. Its attacking stats are pretty good.
Is it, or it's its speed?
65. So again,
yeah.
not bad in Trick
Yeah.
Room. Again, it's kind of like actually, that's not a great speed stats. That might not be too bad in Trick Room. Anyway, this all still connects to Shiinotic, guys. I promise.
Well, we're just trying to set you up, right?
Yeah.
I'm even thinking about this.
This is cool.
I like Shiinotic more now.
Yeah. I'm not going to list any more Trick Room Intimidate users just because it might take a while, but I'm sure there's got to be at least one or two more. Do your own research at home, everybody. And then as far as TMs go, it can get such TMs. Actually, I'm going to go to Sword and Shield, its most recent game. It can get such TMs as Solar Beam, Thunder Wave, Sunny Day, Wonder Room, and Magic Room. Those are two moves you don't see very often. Wonder Room, the user creates a bizarre area in which Pokemon's defense and special defense stats are swapped for 5 turns. So oddly specific.
Yeah.
Magic Room, the user creates a bizarre area in which Pokemon's held items lose their effect for 5 turns. Honestly, a bit more useful.
Yeah.
That'd be an interesting thing to use in a competitive battle,
Yeah.
where every Pokemon has an item, you know? Imagine, like, you use Magic Room, and then your opponent switches out and brings in their, like, Heavy Dude's Volcarona. I'm sorry, Heavy Dude's prevents, like, entry hazard damage and whatnot, and then Stealth Rocks does, like, half their health. That'd be
How
insane.
long are Stealth Rocks on the field for the rest of the game?
Indefinitely, yeah. Unless, like,
cool.
Rapid Spin takes them out or something like that, or Default.
Okay, so you can set that up. Okay.
Yes. That's not bad.
It's not bad.
And then for technical records, there's not many. It can get Sludge Bomb, and as usual, I'm not reading every single one, just interesting ones.
The Magic Room thing, it
Yes.
disables your own item?
I imagine so.
So that means you can't have an item on your Shiinotic.
Yes.
Oh, well, okay.
I mean, yeah, it's definitely a double-edged sword, especially because if you are using it in competitive, you want all of your Pokemon to have their items too, I'm sure, but I don't know. Maybe you've planned for that, and you don't need your items per se. They're just nice to have.
Yeah.
I don't know. Seed Bomb, Energy Ball, Grass Knot, Dazzling Gleam, Pollen Puff. You know, not bad. But I definitely am coming around on Shiinotic. I am still not the biggest fan of how this guy looks. He reminds me
goofy?
of Mineta from My Hero Academia with his dumb-looking diaper.
Okay,
and that ugly face.
I don't like the diaper, but that's supposed to be like mushrooms have that, like what do you call it, the Angel of Death, I think, mushroom. Here, let me show you.
Yeah, please show me a picture. Audience at home, also Google a picture of the Angel of Death
mushroom, I think, or it might be called Death Angel. Amanita ocreata, Destroying Angel, or Death Angel.
Oh,
or Angel of Death.
Interesting.
But if you look at the base, it's got a little diaper.
Oh, it's the little thing that.
Yeah,
Okay,
I can't remember what they
see.
call it. The veil before it breaks.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
get it. I still. I mean, I get it. I get why it's there. Still don't really like it. I just think it.
Why does Mineta have that stupid diaper?
I don't
do
know.
they just do that so he looks terrible?
They probably wanted to design this horrible character to look really bad too. I guess.
I guess I kind of see it as I mostly see it as a mushroom.
Yeah.
But it does look like a little bit of a diaper.
Yeah.
We didn't talk about the shinies.
No, we didn't. We can go ahead and do that now. Let's look at Morlul. I like it.
I like that a lot.
I like it
it's
so
giving
much.
autumn. It's giving fall.
Yep. So its base body stays the same, but its 2 smaller mushrooms become like a brown and yellow, which
I
you know
prefer
is
that.
okay. And then its top mushroom though becomes like this really nice red and orange.
I like the brown and yellow. It just looks like a fall, fallen debris.
I like it.
Debris.
I think if all 3 were brown and yellow, I wouldn't like it as much, but I really do like, because I really like the original Morlul colors. It makes it look whimsical and magical. And then you get to Shiinotic. It doesn't look good.
I don't hate it.
It's still the brown and yellow.
They picked the wrong. They picked the wrong.
Yeah.
They should have gone with the orange.
They should have.
It's
Yeah.
a Poke moment. That's a certified Poke moment.
I mean, I don't want to sound immature, but the brown really does just look like poop. I just can't see it any other way, and especially with the
Gosh
yellow
dang it,
cap.
Oh God, now I see it.
It's just covered in poop, and it's also got piss on its head. Ugh.
Okay, whatever. Whatever.
Look, I'm coming around on Shiinotic. I think its OG colors are pretty appealing. Despite them all being grass type, and all mushroom team would be kind of cool, actually. Because all secondary types would be kind of different. You'd have mushroom bug with parasect. Mushroom? I just said mushroom bug. Grass bug with parasect. Grass fairy with Shiinotic. Grass fighting with Breloom. Grass poison with Amoongus. And then Brute Bonnet makes grass dark. That's 5.
Whoa.
And then Toadskrull is grass ground.
Holy crap.
So they'd all be grass,
so
but they'd
cool.
all have a different secondary type. I didn't even realize Pokemon did that. All their mushroom Pokemon have a different secondary
That's beautiful.
type.
I was so scared that one of them was going to be grass, just solo grass. Like,
No.
I thought Amoongus was solo grass, but you reminded me.
Wow.
He's also poison.
Now this is a good
That's
certified
that's
Pokemon.
Up until now, I've only been giving bad things certified Pokemon moments. That's a certified Pokemon.
Yeah,
moment.
that's sick. Dude, I want to do an all mushroom team now. That'd be so fun. Okay, anyway, Joachim, I think this means it's time for trivia.
Really? Okay.
That's exciting.
It should be
though.
short. It should be short.
It should be, but I hope it's not.
It's going to be like... what is it? Morelal is the lowest HP of any mushroom Pokemon.
I honestly wouldn't be surprised if it said
I'm
that.
gonna twist your nipples off and then hang them on the wall.
Do you promise?
If that's...
Anyway.
Maybe I don't. Okay.
Morelol is the only Pokemon that can have Rain Dish that cannot learn Rain Dance.
Okay.
Interesting, because they did give it Sunny Day as a TM.
Oh.
Morelol can be seen as a counterpart to Paris. Shout out to Lady Killer. Both share the grass type, the same base stat total of 285, evolve at level 24, both are mushroom-based Pokemon and thus can learn Spore, and both can be found in the wild in Pokemon Sun and Moon, taking the place of the other, depending on the time, with Morelol being found at night and Paris during the day.
That's cool.
That is cool. That's really cool. Morelol is tied... Oh, here we go. Here we go, Joachim. Here's what you wanted. Morelol is tied with Cleffa and Igglybuff, 2 baby Pokemon, might I add, for having the lowest base speed stat of all fairy-type Pokemon.
Whoa.
Let's see what that is. What is the lowest base speed stat of all fairy-type Pokemon? 15. 15 speed.
It's pretty low.
Dude, those Baby League Trick Room teams are going to go hard with Morelol. Honestly, though, Little League,
But like, what
Morelol
are the rest
Spore,
of its, what are the rest of its stats? For Morelol.
40 HP, 35 attack, 55 defense, 65 special attack,
That's-
75 special defense.
I don't know anything about Little Cup.
Me neither.
I don't know what like a good special attack
Yeah.
is for Little Cup.
But honestly, 65 special attack, not that bad in Little Cup, you know. And with 15 speed, you put your Trick Room Little Cup team in there. Morelol's outspeeding everything.
Has Duraludon been banned from Little Cup?
He has to have been
I'm thinking
banned.
about it. I'm just like,
Yeah, there's no way he can be allowed in Little Cup. It'd be so
because I'm like,
funny.
I don't see Shiinotic doing anything to
Yeah.
Duraludon.
You can put it to sleep. In Pokemon Sun and Moon, while Morelol can learn Sunny Day via TM, its evolution Shiinotic cannot learn it this way.
Oh no.
That's interesting, because I'm pretty sure it can in Sword and Shield. Yes, in Sword and Shield it can, but that's really weird that in Sun and Moon it can, but... I'm on Cerebi right now. Shiinotic can learn Sunny Day by TM.
Oh, I guess the trivia was wrong.
In Pokemon Sun and Moon, while Morelol can learn Sunny Day via TM, its own Shiinotic cannot. Bulbapedia is wrong. Or Cerebi is wrong. One of the two. I'm more likely to think Bulbapedia is wrong.
Is it because of bias? Because
Because it's because of bias. I
Cerebi's the
love
goat?
Cerebi,
Yeah, I love Cerebi.
I don't know. I've never, in all my years of building teams for playthroughs, getting all my information from Cerebi, it's never steered me wrong.
Oh, Cerebi gives you the information. Bulbapedia is too much fluff.
Yeah, that's true. It's
Cerebi
like,
is super. It hasn't changed since I was a child.
Yeah.
Everything is exactly where it was.
It's like when teachers say, don't use Wikipedia because it can be edited by people. I'm sure Bulbapedia is the same. It can just be edited by anybody.
Yeah, probably. Oh, which is why this trivia could be
So people
wrong.
could be wrong. This is why you fact check it, everybody. Wikipedia is fine to use. It's fine to use for papers, but you have to fact check.
But how much do you fact check every piece of information?
No.
So what do you fact check? That's just
No. Joachim, I don't. They should.
Oh, okay.
I don't.
So it's a platitude. It's nothing.
I wish I could make the Perry the Platypus sound. It's a Perry the Platitude.
I can't do it.
I can't do it either. That's just what I do. Joachim, he's dying. Origin. Morlo may be based on a bioluminescent mushroom, such as those of the genus Mycena, although its name suggests inspiration from the genus Morchella.
What about a morel mushroom?
Its fairy type may be due to fairy rings, or it may
Bulbapedia
possibly be a
stupid.
reference to fairy fire. What's
I get the fairy rings with fairy fire.
Whoa!
Okay.
Foxfire, also called fairy fire and chimpanzee fire, is the bioluminescence created by some species of fungi present in decaying wood.
That's really cool.
Wow, the bluish-green glow is attributed to luciferus?
Luciferase?
That sounds right, too. An oxidative enzyme which emits light as it reacts with a luciferin. The phenomenon has been known since ancient times, with its source determined in 1823. Holy crap. Dude, what I wouldn't give to be walking through like a mushroom forest at night and see everything glowing.
I think it's more of, I don't know if there's like true mushroom forests like this. I think it's more of a, you're walking through a forest and one of the mushrooms is glowing. But like in real life.
There are prevalent mushrooms.
Yeah, like imagine if we can import a fantasy mushroom forest and walk through it.
That stuff was real though. Those bioluminescent mushrooms.
Yeah, but like it wouldn't be like the whole forest is like glowing.
No. I'm not saying that, but just seen from across the way, this tree that has a bunch of bioluminescent mushrooms on it. Sick, absolutely sick. Given that some of the foreign names of its evolution include the word lamp, and that speaking of which, okay, I'm going to continue this in a second, but I need to say this out loud so I can hopefully remember and you can remind me.
Okay.
Pokemon released an official Morlo lamp, and it is so cute. If I would have been in Japan when it released, I would have bought it in a heartbeat. I'd want to remember that for merchandise.
Oh,
but
I see. I'll have it almost ready.
Thank you. And that Morlo shine lights and put people to sleep. It may also be based on a nightlight. The connection between fungi and lights may be a pun on the homophonous Japanese words hako, which means fermentation, and hako, which is luminescence.
Is its name in Japanese Hako Hako?
I don't believe so. Hako might just be a part of it. Oh, well, Morlo and Shiinotic's Japanese category is the Hako Pokemon, meaning both luminescence and fermentation. That's funny.
Weird.
Name origin. Morlo may be based on moral and low. There you go. Mm-hmm. And time to move on to Shiinotic.
Oh, that's why I was saying it might be a Morcello or whatever type, because it just looks like a Morcello, but its name is based off of a morel.
Yeah. All right, it once again goes through the Shiinotic being a counterpart to Parasect. I'm going to skip that. Talks about the Sunny Day thing again. In Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, Shiinotic is defined internally as a mythical Pokemon instead of Marshadow. This is likely due to a typo between their internal names, with Mashido, Shiinotic, being mistaken for Masyadu, Marshadow. It makes more sense if you look at it like written down, but it's Mashido and Machado, basically. There's just barely differences.
Yeah.
So somebody in Game Freak messed up. I sure hope somebody got fired for that blunder.
They had a I make a lot. I mess up a lot.
I know.
I wouldn't want them to get
It's a
fired over
Simpsons
that.
reference.
It's just a
I'm joking. I'm joking.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, Frank, I'm gonna have to like behead you.
Please.
No, he wants it too much. Ugh.
Origin. Shiinotic may be based on the bioluminescent mushrooms, such as those from the genus Mycena. It also features a volval sac and wide-brimmed warty cap, don't call it that, which are trademarks of the Amanita family. Its fairy type may be due to the fact that both families are known to grow in fairy rings, or it may possibly be a reference to fairy fire, as we talked about.
Yeah, that's cool.
From its name, Shiinotic may have some aspects of the shiitake mushrooms as well. Due to its emphasis on shining light in some of its foreign names, it talks about it being a lamp. It may also be based on the supernatural interpretation of will-o'-the-wisps. Oh, wouldn't it be so cool if we can learn will-o'-wisp? That'd be awesome.
It doesn't, though, right?
No.
Will-o'-the-wisp.
Due to its habits of confusing people in the woods with its lights. The connection between fungi and lights, we've talked about that. Shiinotic also bears a strong resemblance to a gray alien in its UFO-shaped cap and ability to lure people away with its light or possible references to tractor beams. I can see that.
Because it looks kind of alien.
It definitely does. I can definitely see the resemblance to little gray men. Shiinotic may be a combination of shiitake, shine, and hypnotic. All right, let's see that merch. Let's see that merch. That's what I gotta see.
Merch.
Search it, Joachim. I want you to see this lamp.
Morello lamp. Oh,
it's so good.
That's a really good lamp.
It's one of the. It's in stock.
Oh, and it has an afterglow. Wait. No, this one might be fake. Yeah, this is Morello Nightlight by
fake?
Zombie Feynman, where it's made out of glow in the dark material. So when you turn it on, it
makes itself glow in the dark.
Glowing.
That's so cool.
No, the Pokemon Center one is a lot more simple, but it's still good.
It doesn't glow in the dark, but it is really cool. You could just, I don't know, I like it a lot. Joachim, how much does it cost? How much is it? How much is it? On Mecha Japan, how much is it? $93.
Mecha Japan.
It's worth it. I'm gonna buy it.
What?
I'm gonna buy it.
Frank, we need to walk through finances.
Okay, so Morlo actually has a ton of merch, which is very surprising. So I'm not seeing one on Pokemon Center's official website, so I don't know if it exists. But there is only one Morlo plush, but it's Ditto as Morlo, so it's highly cursed.
Ugh.
That is...
Of all the Dittos...
I'm shocked. Yeah, I'm shocked they did Ditto as Morlo. But Morlo is featured in the Pokemon Holiday Lights postcards, which is really funny. It's there in like a little shining light bubble under Leafeon and Glaceon.
Okay,
it's cute.
Some representation.
It's cute. Oh, look at this little Charmander dressed up as a Sawsbuck.
Oh,
that's pretty cute.
Sawsbuck has weirdly good representation. I'd say.
I'd say so
on
too.
account of being like a seasonal deer.
There's this really awesome Galarian Ponyta Forest Path pin, but Morlul and Poltegeist make an appearance on the pin, so it has to be here. This is not the Ponyta episode, but what do you think of Galarian Ponyta and Galarian Rapidash?
It's fine.
Is this fine?
You know.
I think Galarian Ponyta looks better than regular Ponyta.
Yeah.
I think normal Rapidash looks a lot better than Galarian Rapidash. Galarian Rapidash just looks kind of...
Just a horse?
It's just kind of a prissy horse, you know?
A unicorn, maybe.
Yes, fine. But... I don't know. There's something about Galarian Ponyta is just adorable.
We never talked about alternative forms.
Oh, you're right. I completely forgot. Oh, I am an oaf. I'm a boob. I'm such a foolish boob. Is Galarian Rapidash and Pokemon Unite? Oh my gosh.
I guess regular Rapidash is in Unite. So.
Huh. Yeah, okay. Maybe Galarian Rapidash isn't that bad. It's kind of cool.
It is still just a unicorn.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it still has that Rapidash eye.
Yeah. I don't know. I think comparatively I don't know. The regular Rapidash, looking at it, it really is just tan with some fire. There's not a lot going on.
It's a Gen 1 Pokemon.
Yeah. I don't know. The Rapidash episode will be interesting because I don't love Rapidash, like most people do.
Galarian Ponyta looks way better.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just something about it. It's cute.
Honestly, Galarian Rapidash looks better than regular Rapidash.
Now that I'm looking at it, and instead of just thinking about it, I'm kind of agreeing. But
I like how Rapidash's fire is like blazing out of it. It's like,
yeah,
that's cool.
But this is a conversation for another day.
Yeah.
I think it was wrong to start this conversation now, but it's my fault. So, I'm not gonna like sit here and talk about every single one, but apparently Morlul and Shiinotic are on a lot of shirts. There's a ton of shirts with them on it. Just go to Pokemon Center's website and you guys can see. Oh, look, there's like a mushroom shirt, which of course Pikachu on it. But then there's like Vileplume.
That's not a mushroom.
And I know, I don't know why he's there, but all the other Pokemon besides Pikachu are mushrooms.
Yeah.
That's adorable. I like that shirt a lot.
Missing out on having Paris, but
yeah. Oh, if it had Parasect, I think I'd buy it in a heartbeat.
Yeah. So okay, what do we give this? A C? A C in representation?
I still want to look up Shiinotic, but I'm sure it'll be a lot of the same.
You were just doing Morello.
Yeah.
Morello.
Yeah, it's all the exact same stuff.
Okay.
I would give it C, maybe like a high C, because it is on a lot of shirts, but Shiinotic doesn't have its own plush yet, not until frickin' Sitting Cuties are made for Gen 7.
Yeah.
So we'll be getting a plush probably sometime in the next couple of
Yeah,
years.
but that doesn't really count as representation. Everyone's gonna
Barely
get it,
counts,
so
yeah.
it doesn't boost them or anything.
And Morlul doesn't even have a normal plush. It's just kind of with a bunch of other.
So I would say mid-C.
I would say mid-C. You're right.
I really like the Shiinotic card.
Oh yeah,
I love the so what is this?
They made it look cute.
93 out of 156. I don't know what that means. It's a Shiinotic card. It's like kind of it's like I don't know how to describe its pose.
It's like
It's
prancing
got its little arm
almost.
out, and then it's like its face is so.
Its little
so
eyes.
cool.
Okay, so you know how characters that have big round eyes will like move their bottom eyelids up to cover half of their eyes?
Kinda
It's
looks like
kind
they're
of doing
smiling.
that. Yeah.
I like it. It's not just a creepy smile.
Yeah.
It makes it look so much more.
It makes it so much more
alive.
appealing. If its eyes always did that, I think Shiinotic would move up a whole tier, in my opinion, on it. It just looks so creepy and distant.
It is a little bit creepy. I think the creepiness is kind of like it's an alien.
Yeah.
A little bit.
I don't know. Every time I look at it, I'm just like, ooh.
I think fan art of it makes it look more
alive
than the actual art.
I agree. That's it for merch, though. We're gonna give it mid-C tier. Yeah. Oh, and you know what? Before we do your gross little bit,
okay.
Alternate forms.
Oh, frick yeah.
Yeah, let's actually talk about that.
Alternate forms. Psychedelic. give it a groovy tie-dye. Cap. And make it. No, I can't do that. I can't make it psychedelic.
Here's my thought process.
Okay.
So we've talked in the past about if I could introduce a new type, it would be cosmic.
Okay.
And it would be like very space themed.
Okay.
I would give it to Gothitelle, I would give it to Clefairy, so on and so forth. I think an alternate form, I wouldn't give it to base Shiinotic. I think an alternate form of Shiinotic that leaned into the alien a bit more.
Yeah, its head was like a UFO.
Its head was more of a UFO. It can be more of an implied UFO.
Yeah.
It can be a little green alien, and it can come from space, and it can be cosmic fairy.
Oh,
I think that would be sick.
I like that a lot.
I think that'd be awesome. Yeah, that I don't really have much more information. Just definitely lean more into the alien bit.
It still has like life draining things because it has little tractor beams it uses.
Yeah,
but
for
like
sure.
instead of spore, it gets I don't know, cosmic stuff.
Yeah,
I'm sure there's new mechanics we can add with the cosmic.
Definitely, like I don't know. It's said to lure people away with lights and stuff. So what if that's an actual move? And it's similar to Follow Me, but maybe it does damage?
Like Follow Me, but with like Substitute, where it'll follow me and then not do any damage to you. It'll break a Substitute.
Uh-huh.
And you can only use that like a couple times.
Yeah, you can't use it like twice in a row or anything.
Yeah.
Or maybe like Substitute, it takes away some of your health or something.
Yeah.
That would be pretty cool, honestly.
And instead of Shiinotic, it's Ufonotic.
You know? Yeah. Or it could just be but you don't want shiitake in the names. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe, but then what would you do to Morlul?
Instead of Morel, it's
I need to know more like alien or UFO type words.
Ugh.
I don't know. I've got nothing.
We don't need to. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it, guys. We'll come up with it someday.
Yeah.
Wink, wink.
We're never gonna come up with it. We'll figure it out.
But I love that idea. As far as like a type that actually exists, I don't know. I don't really know what you want to do with it. Maybe a different. Are there any mushrooms that grow in like hot areas or underwater or in snowy areas?
Yeah, I can't remember anything.
Okay, just do that. Give it a mushroom that grows in like underwater or something.
But they don't look. I don't think they look quite like a mushroom with a cap.
Yeah, I know, but just make it pretty different.
Make it work.
Make it work, guys.
work.
Come on, Game Freak, pull your weight. We're doing all the work over here. Anyway, Joachim,
All right,
what do we do?
now I looked up Shiinotic, and I'm gonna scroll until I see something from Fur Affinity. If you know what I mean.
Yeah,
It doesn't have to
know.
be Fur Affinity.
Yeah, but that's basically
he
what this
always
is
acts
now.
so apprehensive.
Because I mean, this part's fun. Don't get me wrong, but like,
Ooh,
then I
guess you have
see,
to.
I see one of the gross things people come up with, like this.
That's not gross. That's just hot. They gave it like nice hips.
Yeah, they did. They
And
did give it
made
hips.
into like a lady and gave it nice hips.
I guess they did make it more humanoid, which thank you for that.
Oh, hold on. I like this idea. Puffball mushroom.
Yes,
That's a good idea.
Oh, that'd be adorable. There's a mushroom called a devil's cigar.
Is it one of those stinky ones?
Oh, is it one of those that puff black?
No. Or I don't know. Maybe.
Huh. That's cool.
Oh, it might be. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, Terminal Montage had a video featuring Shiinotic? What was that for? Like all Alola Pokemon versus each
There's
other
a
or
Meowth
something?
in the background, so I don't know.
Interesting. Okay.
All right. Yeah.
Someone's
Someone's doing a Shiinotic Adopt, where it's a. How do I describe this?
So it's your stereotypical sexy woman. She's not like just bursting with, parts or anything, but she's like barely clothed and she doesn't look like a Shiinotic. She is a Gajinka.
Her outfit confuses me.
She's a Gajinka. She just kind of has mushroom cap-ish hair and is mostly naked.
Guys, someone go buy this woman. It says unsold.
It is all from Fur Affinity.
Yeah.
That is the most humanoid thing to ever be put on Fur Affinity.
Yeah,
I guarantee
that is just
it.
a lady with hair, like regular hair that has some maybe mushroom texture. But hold on.
Oh,
Look at that.
wow.
Look at that.
Okay, so yes,
Fur Affinity.
somebody...
Those are birthing hips.
Yeah, it's not that bad.
It's not like super inappropriate, but like those are birthing.
Yeah, somebody gave huge thighs to a Shiinotic.
They stopped the Shiinotic
What?
diaper effect.
Oh, yes.
And just made it have big thighs. All right.
That's something, and that's something I'm okay with.
Yeah, I can rub my belly with delight and say this is cool. Oh, look, a smoking Shiinotic.
Wow.
Psychedelic.
Whoa, it's so crazy.
Whoa, Rick and Morty.
Okay, let's move on to our next bit.
Hey, do you hear that? Goodbye.
This is the part of the show where the boys discuss how edible the pocket monsters that we focused on won't belong. Turn up and come along to the segment of the show.
Hey, we're back. This is the time where we lust, and then we must eat, and then we bust, but not that way.
Bust their heads open.
A mushroom. Wed. Hear me out.
This is very wettable. Look,
It's a mushroom, but
does it look pretty creepy? Yes. Is it human
is
shaped?
it-
Oh, how tall is it? Oh, I gotta know
frick.
how tall it is.
yeah.
Is it gonna be another short queen?
Because Lorantis, again, wonderful.
How tall do you think it is?
3 feet.
Yeah, it's 3'3".
Wow.
Yeah.
One. I'm trying to imagine what 3. 1, 2, 3.
She's just a short queen.
She's bigger than Lorantis.
Yes,
What was
Lorantis was like
Lorantis?
2 foot something.
Was Lorantis a 5?
I think I gave her over a 5.
Over a 5.
I think I gave her well over a 5.
Well over, and she's only like 1 foot tall.
No, she's like 2 feet something. Would you? Come on! Don't be mean. Don't be mean to all the little people out there.
Okay, but that's too small.
What? Here's what?
But I mean, it's better than a dog, right? It's like at least these are plants, right? Or
yes.
Mushrooms. Well, one was a mushroom, one's a plant. What?
2'11", so almost 3 feet.
Whoa.
Okay, so that's not
all
bad.
right. I think Lorantis is a little bit like sexier.
Yes,
than the
Laryntis is
mushroom.
definitely sexier than Shiinotic. I'll say it. I'll say it loud and proud.
But Shiinotic is humanoid. That's a plus. It will help me go to sleep because I really need sleep.
Oh my gosh, you can just spore you and you go right to bed.
Yeah.
You can hold her weird, gross fingered hand, so that's something.
Those hands are almost proportionate to a regular person's hands.
No, those fingers are way too long.
You think that's longer than a regular person?
Holy crap,
But
yes.
you think it would still get... Never mind.
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Kissable, I would close my eyes
and
to
you kind
kiss
of
my
get
wife,
under
but-
there to
Yeah,
Oh,
hold,
God.
you hold her above you.
Yeah, no,
you
we're
can
getting
protect from
this
the
is-
rain.
Yeah, there we go. I thought okay. I thought you were going somewhere else.
No. It'd be kind of hard to cook with her because she's so short. A little walk on the beach would be nice.
I think this is, and again, hear me out, guys. It's a 5.
Yeah, I was gonna say 5.
Yeah, I think it's a 5. It's not an animal.
I think Shiinotic's like that perfect middle of the road where it's like, it's not great, but it's not an animal.
Yeah. Okay, 5. Okay, Gachinka.
She's a
could be
little
cute.
creepy.
She's a little creepy, but what's a little creep?
She's always wearing a really big hat, and you're like, babe, can you please take off your really big hat? We're in bed. She's like, no.
Okay.
She feeds you. She feeds you NyQuil.
She drains. Oh.
Against your will. And she
She feeds you NyQuil and drains you.
and I wouldn't have it any other way.
Oh my gosh. Her party drink is lean.
Yeah, baby.
Oh, guys,
man.
don't do lean, please.
She she mixes NyQuil into all of your beverages.
Oh God, I don't like her anymore.
Okay, what I said takes it a bit far.
Well, the draining thing, because it's not just
Yeah.
like it could be. I think she's emotionally draining.
Yeah, she. Oh my gosh,
Because
you're
it's not
right.
just the other kind of draining.
She is probably emotionally draining. You leave more tired.
Yeah, she's exhausting. Okay,
Yeah,
no, I'm gonna say
this
no.
is not
Unsuccessful
successful.
marriage. No.
She's kind of cute in a creepy sort of way, but yeah, this is not successful. Edible.
No, I think she's poisonous. She's an amanita.
My brother in Christ, he's a shiitake.
Is she? I guess she. The only she is in her name. Shiinotic.
Yes, you can argue that she's based off of a few different mushrooms, like we talked about.
I think the odds of her being
And
At
she's not a
least-
poison type. She
Oh,
can
that's a
literally
good point.
only
She's not a
learn
poison type. She's
one
not a
poison
poison.
type move, and it's through TR.
okay.
Technically,
All right.
through egg move, she gets poison powder, but
Assuming that she's not poisonous, which is probably true.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I like mushrooms. Like a 6.
I love a shiitake. Dice those up, put them in a stir fry. Hell, just like cook the whole thing with like soy sauce. Oh,
Okay, maybe a 7.
7.
7.
Dude, I to any kid or adult out there listening
kids,
right
what are you
now.
doing?
Yeah,
You-
first of all, kids, stop listening.
Your parents know you're here.
Also, we claim to be PG and we kind of are, but
Yeah.
you guys, any kids listening should stop with the wed, fed, and dead bit. Anybody who is still listening, if you don't like mushrooms, good lord, just give them a second chance. Stop being a child. They are delicious.
Frank, don't. That's a don't throw bricks in glass houses.
What do you mean?
Okay, no, we're gonna move on.
Mushrooms are so good. I
right.
beg you to
It's
give them a
7.
second chance.
That's a 7. But if they don't like mushrooms, it's not that they're children, Frank.
I know. I'm just
Glass
I'm
house
being
ass.
mean. I'm being mean.
I mean all the time.
Yeah,
It's
I was
okay.
just gonna say, from
It's
the number
okay.
one hater over
I am.
here.
I love hating.
Dead. I am
Yeah.
cracking this mushroom in
Yeah,
half
I think
in
I can
one
do that.
hit.
Oh, I'll get a little EP on the way over, but like,
Yeah. No. It's so much
Oh
slower
my
than us.
gosh.
It's 35 speed. We
we're
can
blitzing
blitz it.
We're literally
We're gonna
blitzing
blitz
it.
it.
I'm gonna run by, deck it in the
Yeah.
deck it in its little head. You know how friggin' fragile mushrooms
Yeah,
are?
I'm going to grab it. I'm going to palm its whole face,
And-
squeeze,
yes.
and I'm going to break through it. My fingers are going to break through its face.
Yeah, I think, and just shake it around a little bit.
Yeah.
It's big top heavy. You know how top heavy mushrooms are?
Yeah.
The head is gonna rip off.
Yeah.
If I just shake it around, we'll get a little EP.
I can rip its arms off. I can rip its head off. I can rip its cap off.
Yeah.
Easy.
I think like a 90%.
Yeah.
Because there's a chance that you fall asleep and then it
Yes.
slowly drains you to death.
Yes, there is somehow a chance that it's going to freaking
I'm gonna
spore us before we can kill it or while
Yeah.
we're killing it. And then it can just like moon blast us or something.
Well, then again, these are Pokemon, so maybe I'll give it an 80 because there's Spore has an 100%
Yes.
rate.
I still Yeah.
I'm thinking 80.
I'll say 80 because if we can get there first and kill it before it can spore us, we're good to go.
Yeah.
But
With a bat, 95.
yes.
I'm
Yes,
rushing.
we
I'm
have
just
a little bit
rushing
more
and
distance.
Just like
and
whacking it.
It might be able to survive me like clawing at it and tearing it apart for long enough. Me swinging a metal bat at its head. No, I'm slicing through it like it's a knife through butter.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
This is
I don't need prep time.
no prep time. No prep time needed.
Yeah. No prep time needed.
Sorry, Randy's flamethrowers and more, but
Honestly,
not today.
If I had prep time, I would get my girlfriend's dog, who used to love eating mushrooms. He hasn't really seen that many mushrooms anymore. He would always do it, and we'd always be trying to stop him.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of deadly mushrooms.
Prep time is getting her dog. Oh
Yes,
my
and then I would
gosh.
just release Rigby on.
That'd be so
on it.
funny. Oh, anyway, good stuff, everybody. Well, this has been a wonderful episode of Certified Pokemoments. Thank you so much for listening. If you want more Pokemon content, you know what? Why don't you go to my YouTube channel? It's called Let's Be Frank. Hell, he might even be there now. My brain wanted to say heck and hell at the same time, so I said helk. I talk about Pokemon a ton on the channel, and I talk about other things too, just in case you want to hear about Legos. I'll cook every now and again. I do tier lists. And if you want more Joachim content,
That's me.
him and I do a little series on the channel, speaking of cooking, called Taboo Foods. We cook strange and odd foods. We've had a lot of good ideas for ones we want to do in the future. In the last episode, we talked about guinea pig, and I have not stopped thinking about it. Joachim, I want to cook guinea pig with you.
I mean, that's not the craziest thing in the world to get.
No, but I feel like a lot of people are going to be very surprised.
I guess, but like, I don't know.
Joachim, the average person.
Okay, the average
American.
The average American might be a little upset if we eat a guinea pig.
But trust me, guys, we've made tons of videos so far in the past where we eat all kinds of random stuff. Definitely go check it out. And with all that being said, guys, once again, thank you so very much for listening. This has been your Certified Pokemoments. What's the noise you even make for a mushroom?